As an experiment, I decided to make my own water pump. I wanted to see if it is possible to build one using a toy motor to make it as cheap as possible. In this video, I will show you how I went through designing it and all the problems I ran into. I started off by finding the specific pump type I was going to make, and eventually landed on the gear pump due to its simplicity. I modeled it in FreeCAD, and after ensuring that everything was good, I sent it to the printer. After printing everything, I assembled it. But it looks like I made a small mistake. I intended to use wood screws to keep it together, but it looks like I made the holes a bit too big. Luckily, I remembered that I can put in another piece of plastic in order to create a bit more resistance, allowing me to drive in the screw. After assembling it, I powered it on using my power bank, since I didn't want to power it from a plug, as a form of safety due to the water and moisture that the pump will work in. Since it worked quite well, I covered up the motor with some electric tape in order to make it harder for water to come into contact with the motor. I then started to test it. Sadly, it looks like the motor isn't strong enough for the pump. I thought that the water would act as a lubricant, making it easier for the motor to move. However, it looks like it's acting more as a resistance, causing the motor to slow down and causing the pump not to push a lot of water. Because of this, I redesigned the pump to be about half as big, in order to make the internal gears move faster, hopefully pushing more water. After printing and assembling the pump, I started to test it again. And it worked, for a few seconds. The pump stopped turning, but the motor was still running since you could hear it. I opened up the pump in order to confirm my theory, and it looks like I was correct. So I redesigned the gear in order to fit a bit more tightly, and then I reassembled the entire pump. I then proceeded to test the pump, and after 10 minutes of continuous running, it never stopped working. So I guess yes, you can use a toy motor to build a water pump, and you don't even need to use a water gasket to hold in the water due to the small amount of water pressure generated by the pump. Which is kind of a shame, considering that I had already bought some 85A TPU for this project. If you have any suggestions or improvements, please type them in the comment section down below. I hope you enjoyed the video, and see you next time.